I like to see more of, well, I like to see a sea of black and Asian people, Sikhs and the Hindus and the whites standing together. I think it will happen eventually, but at the moment they are reluctant to come out. They do support Tommy, but for some reason they are reluctant to come out.
Oh my god, the EDL is not racist.
The EDL is not racist. Okay, hang on a second. Let me just get a video I got from an EDL profile, okay?
I've just seen your shit video, you packy prick. If I ever see you in person again, I'll slap you back to the slave trade. You dirty packy.
Nah, the EDL is not racist.
It's so loud and vocal about not wanting them in his country, as he keeps labelling it. His country, his capital. It's not your country or your capital. You're part of an invasion into our country, Sadiq. That's what you are, it's our country.
I'm black and I'm part of the EDL. Too many immigrants are being let in this country. Look at yourself in the mirror and realize you are wrong. I'm not racist, it's just common sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dumbest comment you will ever see. This black guy is a white supremacist and proud, okay? Listen, Samuel, how do you think your parents got in this country in the first place? You are the epitome of stupid.
There was a mugging last night in Oldham, a young lad, mugged by 3 black guys and an Asian guy, so I'm guessing Muslim. And they took his phone off him, his watch, they pulled a knife on him. It's a war zone in Oldham. And really, when you look at the stats, it's just fucking ethnic minorities are fucking scum. I mean, with all the racial tensions we have, they're running around stabbing each other. Somalians running down a Pakistani lad going home from mosque and stabbed him to death in broad daylight in the street at 3:20 PM. This is Oldham. This is what Oldham is. It's a fucking shithole third world country.
You are the epitome of stupid.
And how Tommy was treated and labelled a far-right racist by the media and politicians. It is then I decided to come out in his defence, speaking on public platforms with him. They have gone against the will of the British people by allowing single young men into our country without proper checks, putting our women and children in harm's way by allowing more rape culture into our country.
You are the epitome of stupid.
Putting our women and children in harm's way by allowing more rape culture into our country. We must not allow ourselves to enter the arena of hate, or our argument will become weak and void. Mark my words, right? If my Pakistani communities don't get their house in order, they're going to suffer the consequences of their actions. Because at the moment, the British white people have been a tolerant people, patient. Imagine if the English raped girls from our communities, the Pakistani communities, you would have been straight onto the streets rioting, burning cars. This is your animal instinct. Yet the British white people are a tolerant people. They got patience. They are civilized. more than they are with our Pakistani community, with their backward mentality. With
You are the epitome of stupid.
Britain can do without immigrants.
I never understand why people say stuff like this, because most people from Britain started off as immigrants anyway.
In fact, the facts are that all white supremacists hate me. They want to kill me.
Do they?
Yeah, all of them.
Well, if you look at your Twitter timeline, they seem to be, quite a lot of them seem to be supporting you.
I went to the post office to pick up a parcel, and there was a queue. There's always a queue, and there's a woman behind me in the queue, and we talk, you know how you do, and she's an older white woman, and she says, "You're with us now," she says, and she goes on about how the blacks are all right because, you know, we've all been together for a long time in where we live, but it's the Muslims now who are a problem. And it's all spun around a story of her grandson being victimized by Muslim boys in his school, and she feels protective of her grandson. And she, in the way that she articulates her desire to keep him safe, she starts to make it very, very clear to me that the term Muslim has become a kind of racial category in her mind. And I think that's a general problem. I think that Muslim is what we, you know, in the English department, we call a racial trope, a way of speaking about a racial idea without invoking it directly. So Muslim's been racialized in that way. I suppose we could look back at previous times in the 20th century when the word Jew might have been racialized in that way. And people say, oh, it's just a religion. But actually, they don't mean that it's just a religion at all. It means that there's a whole cultural complex there, and maybe even a biological one that needs to be recognised.
So what the significance of this remark from the woman in the post office, it sort of indicates that there's shifting inclusivity.
Yeah.
And like now it's okay for people of Afro-Caribbean background to be included with us in inverted commas, which in her case, presumably she's, you know, given that she's queuing up in a post office, we're going to give her the benefit of being white working class.
Yeah, we will do, yeah.
So like, but now that shift of otherness, of the condemned other,
the boundaries moved.
That every gang member that I know of, none of them ain't supporting Tommy Robinson. Not one of them, you understand, in any way, shape or form. And even though we've had debates with the Muslims at the park, like I said, in our community, we don't have any EDL members, but we have Muslims. Yeah. You get me? In the gang, we don't have any EDL members, but we have Muslims in the gang. You understand? Certified Muslims. So, like, that's our position on that, innit? You understand? We're standing in solidarity, and we definitely have to fireban any bigotry, racist. You understand? Yeah, that's like these man. Like, when these men had the power, like, there's people like Stephen Lawrence, you understand? You think I can forget Stephen Lawrence? Yeah. You understand? Like, these are it's people with from the background of people like Tommy Robinson that killed Stephen Lawrence. It's people like that killed my older Tristan in Marks Gate.
Well, they killed their own, they killed Joe Cox.
You know what I'm saying?
The MP, the white MP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just this thing, that's why they went to the Finsbury Park attack.
I feel like when you talk about Steve Martin's and all these issues, I feel like just the shift has shifted slightly. Now the focus is on the Muslims for now. But once it's finished, they're gonna go back to what they were doing from the get-go.